and causes a Lazarus collapse, at least up until, you know, we take a break and they have time to maybe reset, to talk to each other, to calm everyone down. But here is that aggression we were talking about, and it is an equal trade between the two teams so far, as there are 3 on each side. Jin goes down. It's 2 against 3. Loons goes down as well. 40, last man standing. Has to try and get it done. Does put quite a bit of work into Flex, but Flex does take that one. And LCK, they pick up round number 1.
Yeah, and an aggressive one at that. So, you know, this is Lazarus' map pick, but that means that LCK get the side selection, and they choose Blacklist, which is very obvious to me that you would want to do this, and immediately they get in their face, and it's just been all LCK for the last, you know, 10 or so rounds.
Absolutely has. Well, what are we going to see here? Will LCK play this one a little bit slower? It does look as though that's going to be the case, as Lazarus is sitting very defensively, as Flex does actually take quite a bit of damage here. And here we go. Flex pops out of the pipe, does tag, and then instantly retreats, as we do have everyone coming in through that front door. Vice throws out the grenade, tries to do what he can. He's going to try to get out of dodge. I think he saw this coming, so they know through offices that's going to be coming.
Yeah, let's see how this one is going to go. A lot of eyes on this angle from the side of Lazarus. 3 guys on the B site at this point in time. We still have Flex trying to poke his head in, trying to make some noise. And maybe that throws them off just a bit. He's been doing a pretty good job. There's 3 guys now of Lazarus on the A site. And Flex is just kind of waiting for them.
Yeah, Dane peeking here, trying to get any kind of information that he can, but isn't going to see much at all. And he's going to back out of there. So yeah, they have pushed up quite heavily. We do have 40 who might be walking himself into danger here. Lionclaw just peeking around, making sure that the vent is covered. And yeah, it's a very slow start. There's 30 seconds left of this one.
This is a bit of a whiplash going from one of the shortest rounds we had to now they're just going to push B with 20 seconds left. That's here
we go. Lionclaw gets one on the entry there. Flex looking to do what he can. He's going to try to hold down, but no. Lionclaw goes down to Madison, and we're on board with Dane. Pistol out, trying to just hold this site. The bomb does go down, so now they're just going to get themselves in a nice little spot.
Lazarus are just being run around the map right now. I mean, they had no idea that this angle was coming in from behind them to push with 10 seconds onto the B site. They thought 100% that this was planted onto A. Let's see if LCK can actually hold it down, though, after this nice play. It's looking good so far. As Real picks up 2. He's going to get 3. And that's 2-0 in favor of LCK.
Yeah, massive.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, massive early start here for LCK. Being 2 up on Ankara is massive for them. They can continue to build this position. They're building up slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's been a big dominance here from the side of LCK. Let's see if they can do it once again. I'm very curious to see what kind of strategy, what kind of pace they're going to go with. Well, it's going to be Flex by himself, as he was before on the A side, but this time it's B under, and he gets his head taken off. So that's not going to work out.
No, it's not. Well, they do back out, move back towards their spawn, regroup, and decide where to go. So it is very heavily Lazarus on that B side right now. They're just making sure that they hold every angle. The A passageway is being held by Loons, but A is only being held by Jin. But we know what Jin can do, right? Jin is one of these players who can easily 1v3, 1v4 when holding A side. His spray transfer is absolutely fantastic.
This is really interesting to see Dane by himself now. Dane and Flex kind of playing a very similar style, it feels like, over the last couple of rounds. Just kind of going alone, just trying to push in, trying to get a lot of attention. And yes, he is going to go down. The push now this time is pretty lackluster, though, from the side of LCK. It is going to get spotted and eliminated. Now Dezane is alone with 16 health. And down he will go. And LAZARUS finally get on the board.
Yeah, this is exactly the same as what happened on Eagle Eye, right? 2 quick rounds going the way of LCK. Then LAZARUS slowly draw themselves back into it. Some early pickups for LAZARUS really, really did help.
All right, let's see how this does go. Vi's gonna trade in there big time. LAZARUS trying to get in their face. And LCK not quite able to get something going. But they are gonna push now onto the B site as everybody is gonna get on in here. And yeah, LAZARUS, they're trying to stop this plant. It's actually going to work out as now they're trying to rotate out. It looks like to be under a lot of tricky plays here from LCK so far.
Yeah, if you don't kind of know what you're doing, your enemy definitely cannot know what you're doing. So they're employing those confusion tactics perfectly as Lionclaw is going to retreat back down this pipe. So where are we going to go from here? It is a 3v3. Flex, Real, and Lionclaw against Vice, 40, and Jin. And out, and 40 picks up Flex. Nice big kill for him. It's 2 against 3. LAZARUS look as though they finally getting that position of power and control that they're well known for. As Jin takes down Lionclaw, 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2. LAZARUS finally waking up a little bit, getting in position to actually stop this push from going on. And yeah, a lot of tricky stuff from LCK, a lot of focus on offense. Nice little snipe here, going to take out 40 early on. And now, that's maybe the trigger for LCK to actually go for a push here before, 40 seconds left in the, the round.
Well, Dane gets a big pickup, and now where are the rest of LCK going? They're going to push up into mid as they go up. Okay, so they are going straight up through the middle. They're going to push over onto B.
All right, let's see. LCK trying to make a play in through the connector. LAZARUS, though, do seem pretty ready for this one, as we do have one of them in mid still, but LAZARUS, Madison, nice little crossfire, but Lionclaw on the entry. Loons, nice little hop down, trying to get the jump on a Lionclaw, will take him out, but Flex will win it. Loons is just holding down the site by himself, making this a one-on-one, even after it did start off in a really bad spot there for LAZARUS as they were getting mowed down, but Loons does stand tall.
Yeah, and Flex is standing tall too. He's still up here. Where is the C4? That is going to be the question. Hasn't been planted yet. It is at the bottom of the stairs, and I think Loons can just about catch sight of that. He has an angle on it if he so wishes to hold it. But, oh, Flex actually switches to the sniper rifle here. That could be big.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna plant A, definitely could be a nice idea. And as it does look like right now, we do have Loons going over to B, but as we can see, Flex is just sitting on the A site, waiting, giving himself some time, trying to check every angle to see if Loons is going to come in here at this time. And okay, I think he should just plant it on the A site. Should be pretty free.
Yep, plenty of time remaining on the clock as well. He chose to plant it at about the 15-second mark, so we're down to the last 30 seconds. Loons is going to have to rotate through that A passage, and Flex, I think, knows roughly. Oh, Flex actually switched back to a rifle here. So was just looking maybe to try and get a long angle, but he has to know this is coming through A passageway, right? Loons is going to walk in anytime soon. Doesn't know. Oh, he's actually going to get the wraparound on Flex.
He's running out of time. Yeah. I mean, he's not able to get the jump on Flex. Now he doesn't have enough time to defuse, and Flex is just going to go in and knife him. There's just not enough time. I mean, Loons, I think he saw him, but he didn't want to approach too fast. But then Flex just ran away during that time where Loons was kind of hesitating. So it just bought enough time, and then Loons was like, oh, well, I guess I can't kill him, and I can't get a defuse at the same time. So nice little handle there from the side of Flex.
Yeah, and I think there was a bit of I deserve this knifing from Loons because he did. Yeah, he didn't push as fast as he needed to. And yeah, we're just going to have to quickly remake this lobby. And yeah, so we're going to go back with us as we're waiting for the teams to get back in and ready up and set everything back up. So kind of a shocking restart, right? We were expecting maybe Lazarus to come out on Ankara and completely show what they're made of, as again, they have been around this block 1,000 times before. However, LCK have come out very strong.
Yeah, I think from the Blacklist side, they've kind of, I would imagine that going up against Lazarus, like once they knew they were up against Lazarus yesterday, they were like, okay, they're going to pick Ankara. We don't want to play on, I forget exactly what they banned. Maybe it was support. Interesting. And so they're like, okay, we're probably going to have to play on Ankara. We're definitely going to have to play on Ankara again against Lazarus. So let's prepare some stuff. And they brought in some very interesting strats, some late pushes, some kind of wonky stuff as well. And it's kind of throwing Lazarus for a loop, who do look a little bit confused. But we'll see how it does go as these lanes, or these rounds do come along, and as the half does come along, because Lazarus from Blacklist side should be pretty confident.
Yeah, they're very, very strong on that Blacklist side, especially on this map. So Lazarus, they haven't lost hope yet, and it is still only 2-3, right? It's they're still within touching distance, but the way that LCK have been winning has been very dominant. But the way that Lazarus wins looks a little more labored. Let's say they have to put in a little bit of extra work whenever they seem to win a round, whereas yeah, LCK are just making this look like child's play. Like,
yeah, they're looking very good. It was kind of funny to see Flex just absolutely control that one-on-one scenario really easily there. I think it does show that he basically did everything perfectly right, even under all of the pressure, all of the everybody's watching, all the eyes from your team, their team. It's a big round, you know. It's kind of the tiebreaker between the 2-2 that they had, and just gets you that win, and it really bolsters your team's confidence to watch like the leader do everything perfectly, show off that experience, and just kind of make Loons look a little bit silly in that moment. So maybe they can use that to boost their morale even more.
Yeah, and it's not just that. Getting the knife kill at the end as well is a little bit of one of those things where you go like, well, we did it, boys. Like, we held on long enough. He gave up. You could see the hope drain from his face, right? You can just imagine Loon sitting there going, I needed to be a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
There's like 3 seconds left. I can kill him or defuse the bomb, but I cannot do both.
Yeah. It's rough. I mean, A site, there's a lot of, you know, there's not only a couple of staircases, but there's also like the little room to the other staircase. There's walls on every side. There's different elevations as well. So there are a lot of ways for you to even boxes on the site, multiple, so you can kind of hide. You can be very tricky.
You can sit down in a passageway as well and just make yourself a nuisance that way.
Yeah.
You can sit in the vent and wait until you hear the beep and then push up.
He could have even planted for, you can like plant so that you see someone defusing from out of A main doors.
Yeah.
So you're just like waiting there, and then, you know, so it's difficult for Loons to actually go in there and actually make sure that he gets Flex and defuses the bomb, because you kind of have to just run in guns a-blazing, but also that's probably just going to get you killed. So not an easy task for him, as we're still just waiting, just testing stuff to make sure that everybody's ready to go for the future and we don't have any other issues. And I would like everybody to be on the same page, everybody to be in a good spot with no issues, so that we can have a very even match between these two times.
Yeah, you want everyone to be comfortable, right? You don't want someone to, after this, be like, wah, on Twitter and stuff like, wah. It was a terrible whatever the issue is. Oh, my mouse decided to get up and walk away, and I couldn't control
I hate
it.
when that happens.
Yeah, my mouse mat turned into glass, and then suddenly I was playing on a glass mouse pad.
Oh, no.
That would be horrible. Can you imagine trying to play on a glass mouse pad?
Yeah, I've had some mouse pads.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not mice pad.
No, it's mouse pads.
Mouse pads, yeah. That were just like way too smooth, and I'm like, why would you ever want to play on this? Yeah. I don't know. I like the textured surface. Feels better.
Yeah, I have a leather one at home.
Yeah.
It's nice to play on, but like I don't think I could. I have to bust out like an old cloth one when I play FPS games because it's not feels icky.
Yeah.
Whenever you play on like anything other than like a 1990s AOL mouse mat, it's like it has to be there, or heaven forbid, the plastic mouse mats that you used to be able to get, where they had the plastic covering and the foam underneath. Oh, that's some vintage PC paraphernalia right there. No. But here we go.
No.
Can you imagine if someone comes out and they're like, yeah, I'm playing on a 1980s Hello Kitty mouse mat. Okay, so here we go. LCK against LAZARUS, and we're back in this. It is 3-2 to LCK. And we do have LCK on the blacklist side on Ankara. LAZARUS, they are on that global risk side.
Yeah, LAZARUS trying to push out there into quarters, and I do like that kind of aggression. I would say that LAZARUS, to me, getting a little bit predictable in terms of the way that some of the rounds go. Like, they'll take a round off where they're very passive, and then the next round they come out very aggressively, and then the next round it's very passive. It's like, okay, well, you can kind of see the pattern and the different wavelengths that you're on when you do go for this kind of thing. So LCK easily able to handle the pressure through quarters. They just back away, and they're going to look for a push elsewhere. They're just not going to challenge LAZARUS in there just yet.
Yeah, they might just be looking to bum rush through mid, and the seas have kind of parted for them. They would be able to get up there relatively uncontested. I believe 40 does have the tightest of angles as Flex, man up front, takes a couple of pot shots, and then the rest of LCK. They are looking to make this push. 40 does not see anything coming unless they decide to come through this little elbow, and no one does. And as he peeks out, everyone on LCK has already got past them. They're going to be completely uncontested as they make their way through the spawn. They shoot through the box. They do catch a little bit there, I think, Vice. They have breached this site, and they've made it all too easy for themselves. Vice is the only man standing as 40 does take Flex out. And Dezane, he gets one, Dane gets another, but Vice, he takes real, and Dezane goes down to Jin, and now it's a 2v3 situation. Across the windows, pistols out. It's a little bit of an iffy situation here, and 40 just plants his feet into the floor. He got Dane down, and that is a win for LAZARUS, and now we're all tied up 3-3.
Yeah, kind of a wild one there. I think if LCK knew it was only Vice on B, they would have just pushed it and planted and taken over the site. But they were like, okay, we got to check behind in the spawn. We gotta check from A. We don't want to push just yet. We want to wait. And that little bit of hesitation, LAZARUS was able to collapse and just take advantage of that and win the round. So very nicely done as 40 not going to hit that shot. Very unlike him. So he was hitting all those yesterday.
Yeah, definitely so. But you can see that it looks as though A is the target this time around. They are positioning around there, spending quite a lot of utilities. Of course, there is plenty of time for them to rotate down over towards B if they so wish. Maybe just trying to get a fake rotation out of LAZARUS, try to get more people over here so they can open the ways up to B. But we do have Vice sitting in the offices, and he gets punished by Lionclaw there. Just peeking a little bit too long over the top and punished completely. And we're on board with Flex.
Yeah, that was a very nice entry kill. Maybe expecting a little bit more aggression from LCK after that pick, but they just kind of waited it out. Very patient play here from the side of LCK. Don't want to take any chances. Sticking together as 4 now. They do move forward into the office. And you can see once again that it's only going to be 40 here, who's very low on health, over that's actually on the B site. Does have one guy in mid, Madison here, that could rotate over, but if they just push on a B right now, could be pretty free for LCK.
Yeah, 40 is around that area. I think you did see a couple of the shots coming through from LCK, and 40 pops out and takes Lionclaw easily, but Flex gets Madison in return, but Flex makes it a double against 40, and now it looks as though LCK are easily going to breach this. They need to hold it. The bomb is down, 30 seconds remaining. Jin and Loon's last 2 remaining, and they each pick up a kill, so now it's a 2v2.
Yeah, LCK trying to get ahead of it with their advantage and trying to push into them, but Jin and Loons just make them look silly as the Zane wait on the site. Very nice timing on the peek out, and the sprays are there. Real will take the headshot as well. So they do win in the 2v2. Didn't look like there was a lot of utility to actually push onto the site afterwards. And LCK, once again, in the lead.
It is 4-3. As LCK, again, looking to just get a little bit fruity over on A.
Spicy pineapple?
A spicy pineapple. I don't know.
Pineapples are fruits, right?
Yeah, they are,
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What did you think they were? A vegetable?
I don't know. No, not a vegetable. I thought maybe they were
if
like,
it's not a vegetable,
like
it's
a big
fruit.
berry.
Oh, okay. So you're considering berries a different type of, a different genus, let's say.
Know.
I consider
I'm not
berries
sure.
as
I'm very
fruits.
confused about this topic. We'll have to have a discussion about this later.
Yeah. Tomatoes are fruits.
True,
everybody.
yeah.
But wisdom says you don't put it in a fruit salad. Okay, so Lionclaw is going to make his way up to the pipe. Flex is actually hunting down here. He doesn't know there's someone to his left. As Bice pops out and takes his head. That's a big kill inside of Lazarus, but Real picks out Jin, and that is also a big kill. 1-for-1. Flex and Jin down. Anything can happen. The bomb is planted. Vice trying to rotate through that A corridor. Isn't going to be able to get much done as Dane in the back. He gets down Madison, but is taken out by Loons.
You see, he was trying to get on top of quarters there, get a nice little angle, a cheeky flank. At least he was able to trade it. And still a really good spot here for LCK as they just cannot break through. 40 is just trying to charge in with a pistol as his team is coming in from the fence, and that's just going to be an easy hold to LCK. We're just on fire today. 5-3 right now in this second map that they're already ahead one map.
Yeah, if they can win this one, they put themselves in a great position going into the second half, being 3 up. Oh, 40 from downtown with that shot. Takes out Flex, but Lionclaw instantly retaliates.
Yeah.
1-for-1 trade.
If he peeks again and he gets 2 kills, then we're singing the praises. 40's god, like this guy is insane, but just one miss, and it's a risk, right? You get that kill, it's huge. Like, you get so far ahead for your team. But he peeks again, and Lionclaw has really been on point, is able to shut that down, and now it's really anybody's round from here, especially because 40 has been so key, I would say, for the side of Lazarus. So perhaps LCK can get something going once again.
Yeah, Vice just holding the top of the boxes, looking down to that underpass section. He's going to pop up. Brenton sees it coming, but Lionclaw instantly taps his head.
So good.
Lionclaw is on fire right now. The guy cannot be stopped. Grenades coming in, just covering off that A rotation. Bomb is going to get planted. No, they decided to cancel the plant. They do have plenty of time to get this down. Got 40 seconds remaining. The clock is ticking. Zane is going to hold the back of the box and rotate. Oh, he's actually kind of ducking and dodging all over. Madison gets the Zane, but Lionclaw gets Loons. As Jin picks up the big kill. Dane from the back gets Jin with the sniper. And there we have it. LCK clean it up, and they take a big lead going into the second half of this. It is 6-3.
Yeah, 6-3. Going to feel pretty huge for LCK. This is not what I was expecting, to be completely honest. But LCK have come out, they have performed, and Lazarus not quite on the same level that we did see from yesterday. So hoping to reach that form again, I think, is Lazarus. But, you know, time is ticking. You're not out of the grand finals if you do lose here, but you are out of the finals of the regional final. You want to go all the way. They were talking about their goals. They want to get first in their region. They want to move on to the grand finals, but it just feels like LCK has been a huge roadblock for so many teams so far at this tournament already. And, you know, getting 6 on the blacklist side of Ankara, it's not, like, game-breaking. And so I think this next half is going to be critical for Lazarus. You got to come out here strong. You have to get a bunch of rounds in your favor. Not just because you're down, but because, you know, if you don't, it's 2-0 and you just lost your map pick, and then we're going to Black Widow.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It is imperative that Lazarus get at least one of the 2 first rounds to give them the boost I think they need, because LCK are kind of bullying them right now. It's the kind of thing that you'd write to the headmaster about, right, in a school. Like, they're bullying me. They keep killing me on the corners.
Yeah.
They keep
It's
entry
not fair.
fragging me. It's not fair. Yeah.
Well.
I think we've all been there, right?
Surely, yeah. LCK, or not LCK, Lazarus, they're the ones on the attack now. They are looking to get a pretty strong push in onto A. It looks like here 3 members through the air ducts, and they are going to mow down the same, but Real on the top of the stairs here, trying to hold his own. Will trade one as Lionclaw on the backside, not able to hit anyone, and this site will be going to Lazarus for now.
Yeah, they do try to breach as 40 gets Dane. Lionclaw, though, he gets one. Flex gets another. LCK slowly coming back into it, but Loons picks up a double kill, and that is that. And there's Lazarus getting the win they desperately need to settle themselves.
I think if he actually held that, he might have been able to defuse with the help of Real to distract them. Obviously, he doesn't know 100% where they are, but yeah, they both tried to peek down the stairs, and Loons just took both of their heads off. So unfortunate timing for LCK. Trying to make it interesting there at the end was Lionclaw and Real. But yeah, just a pretty straightforward, very nice, clean push from Lazarus. This is what you want to see if you are a Lazarus fan, because this is what they're known for on this map. And if they can get this going, certainly maybe they can get back in this game.
So we have Design underneath the bomb site. It's going to peek around, maybe into here, and Madison is waiting. Prep to grenade. Does throw it, doesn't connect. But you see utilities from Design going into that A door, making sure no one can easily push through and get sight on Real and Design, who are going to have to move around, keep themselves on their toes to easily hold this site. But the rest of Lazarus, the rest of LCK are very static right now over on the side of B, and we're looking at a 5-man push coming into A again.
Yeah, this is very standard defense from LCK, but this is very weak against strong A pushes. So I don't know if they're going to be able to handle this, as everybody's just going to mow down Zane again. And Real, this time, he is going to, again, trade 1 for 1, but once again here in this round, it is going to be Lazarus taking a pretty free entry onto the A sites.
Yeah, they're making it look all too easy on this A side. Big 5-man push, but 40 gets flexed down, and now suddenly the LCK defensive retake is a little bit toothless. Lionclaw is there, obviously. Dane has also been popping off somewhat today, but they're going to have to do it from the tricky A passageway if they're going to do it at all. They break in. Lionclaw does pick up one. Dane gets another, but 40 again coming out with a big double kill, bringing it home for Lazarus.
Yeah, twice in a row. Same thing. Flashes over the top. They take out the Zane early, which is always good. And they just get a nice entry onto A. Has been pretty decent from LCK trying to get those retakes, but just not enough. As okay, that's a good start for the side of LCK. Flex gonna win the sniper duel with 40.
Yeah, that's big for them. 40 being off the board is definitely going to help. He's currently 4-1 on this map, and losing him early is going to take a little bit of the bite out of the Lazarus push. And this time they're not going to bum rush that A side, even though LCK have set up in exactly the same way. Again, they've set up with 3 over towards B, 1 in the office, 2 on the site, and 2 on A. Like, they've been punished for this time and time again, but this time they're going to reap the rewards for just sticking with the game plan, right? Because they're going to be able to hold this office. Zane gets 1. He might even be able to get 2 as Vice is going to peek around the corner. Zane just starts tagging in. Is going to get some support in the way of Real, as Loons and Vice looking to get things done, but there's nothing here for them. They're just going to back out, get through the window, and regroup, possibly with Madison over on that middle section.
Yeah, I like the way that Design handled that. You know, poke out the window, that's okay, but you get the kill, and you don't want to get isolated by yourself. So just tries to run away, just tries to regroup with the team, and they could even try to stack B at this point and say, okay, if you do plant an A, we have a very strong retake from here. Maybe just throw a flex over there, try to get some information to see if they do push onto A, so you can get in position to retake quickly. But a big stack on B just in case, and retake potential here, as Lazarus should be able to get a relatively free plant.
Yeah, this is going to confuse them a little bit, I think, as the A site has been completely abandoned. They are going to set up before planting, and that is smart. You do want to get your people in position. And Madison is in a great spot to punish anyone coming through this A passageway. And Flex might be the first one to pop through. Madison is waiting patiently. There we go. Flex does pre-fire into the corner, and they do get Madison down as Lionclaw picks up the big double kill. And that's going to be that. LCK, they do get themselves on the board in this second half.
Yeah, still a healthy amount of utility left over. They just throw flashes over the top, and they know, all the tricky angles as they do push into the retake onto A, and they make quick work of that defense from Lazarus. So now just 3 rounds away here for LCK. They've proven, okay, if we get this pick onto 40, it does make the pushes from Lazarus a little bit less dangerous. So let's see if Flex looks to get this going once again, because I feel like this information over at quarters extremely important against Lazarus's playstyle on this map. And was very nice to see Flex actually get the pick off here this last time.
Yeah, so Flex is on top. He has the rifle. Dane is the only one with a sniper this time round, so Flex is just going to try to hold position. 40 is still up. That's big for Lazarus. But where are they going to go? Where would you go if you were Lazarus? Would you try to push through the office?
I'd go A.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It works for them. They're very good at it. I understand they want to mix up their strategies, and they're confident at others. But as an observer, as someone who's just watching, being my choices, the Zane is going to win that fight against Vise. Has been very strong in the entries, but not able to win this one against Zane, who is going to do even extra damage to Loons as well, and really hold his own there in the office. Yeah,
Loons does hold his own, but he is very low, so he's going to have to be maybe the entry man. Oh, Madison gets deleted by Lionclaw. Lionclaw has been popping up all over this map. He's like a specter. 1 minute is a B, 1 minute is A, 1 minute is behind you, just putting a bullet into the back of your head. He is absolutely everywhere right now.
He is the air that they breathe on Ankara, unfortunately, sometimes. Well, let's see what Lazarus do want to do here. It does look like with this amount of time, they will have to go A. Very nice pick off there from 40. There's 20 seconds left. There's nobody on the A site, but they do not know this. Jin in a very nice position to try to pick them off, but unfortunately he's not able to hit that shot. That's Real just trying to push away from him. They want to get onto A pretty quickly and deny this plant, and they might just be able to do so. Loons trying to go for the plant as we speak, and he's getting flanked here by 2. He's just going to get mowed down, as now they can try to stick this plant, or this defuse rather. Jin trying to run up, but there's just not enough time as Real, I was saying before, this is what they should do, just have Real look down the stairs and stop the retake, stop the attempt there, and very nicely done. LCK 8-5, they are dominating today.
Yeah, they are on absolute fire right now. And we are still in this. It is 8-5 LCK over Lazarus. And the defuse getting done before the whole team have died is one of those things that always feels bad, doesn't it? It hurts.
Or good, depending on
which side you're on.
If you can sneak that one and you know there's going to be a guy who's like sprinting in, like, no, don't do it. That's a good thing.
I mean, it's a good feeling for you, but not the person who's running in going, no, like slow motion diving towards it.
Tripping over his shoelaces. Yeah.
All right, Dane is holding this tricky angle here. He's just going to maybe get the drop on Lazarus. Oh, takes the head of Jin, but Vice does get one in return. It's a 1-for-1 trade, and that could have got so much worse for Lazarus.
Yeah, definitely could have. Dane, pretty free kill on the first one, not able to get anything else. But he gets the information because he sees like 3-4 other people. He's like, okay, they're all down here. We know exactly where the members of Lazarus are, and that means that line call can sneak into this position. Let's see if Lazarus can sniff this one out.
I don't think they will, as 40's going to pop around the corner, but 40 is just a little bit quicker than Lion Claw. And 40, oh my goodness, takes out Flex as well. And now this looks as though Lazarus have this all tied up with a bow, because they just need to hold that A passageway. Real is kind of just ducking and dodging around those dangerous grenades coming in, and he pops out. Loons takes him. Loons picks up a double through the box with a headshot, and Lazarus bring one back.
Yeah, keeping it relatively close. You certainly can get 3 rounds here in the 4 that are left if you are Lazarus to try to tie things up from the Blacklist side. Definitely looking better as 40 pushes forward and just gets a couple of entry kills himself. Definitely a very versatile sniper player in his own right. And this time, Dane is not going to be here in Underpass. Those look like Lazarus should be able to get into B pretty quickly.
Yeah, it does indeed, but are they just going to slow themselves down, maybe get in their own heads? Dane lines up the shot. Oh, he actually looked away at the wrong time there. He could have got the drop but didn't. Oh! Doesn't matter, still gets the one he needs. Reloads the sniper, pops around the corner. Is he going to get one? Jin is down to Dezane. And yeah, the teeth of this Lazarus push have been well and truly ripped out.
Whoa. Violent.
Well,
I mean, it is a gun game, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, how much more violent do you want me to get?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, 40. Hello. Gets one on the back. Gets Dane with the sniper. Where is 40? He's
over in front yard. Now he's
down here trying to take this angle. Oh, Flex takes it, takes 2. Gets, oh, I thought that was the 3rd. Dezane actually picks up that last one. And LCK, they are 1 away, I think. Let's do some quick math here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are 1 away from taking a 2-0 lead over Lazarus. And Eagle Eye is one of those maps that you'd be like, yeah, it's Eagle Eye, fine. Ankara, though, that's not a map you usually see big upsets on, is it?
No, not generally. I mean, especially with what we saw happen at LCK the other day and how good Lazarus have been on this map. You know, you think about the histories of these teams, but again, we've said it so many times, it really just comes down to who's going to play better on the day. And LCK, they take that momentum from the first map, they come in, and they are grinding them down to the ground. And Dezane's going to start off potentially the last round of this map with a pick-off here onto Loons. Pretty free out of office.
Yep, and that is bad news for a Lazarus team that really need everyone together. They are going to look towards this A push, but they do have 1 man down. Loons is down, and he has been very important. Currently 6-4 for his team. Viz and Jin, they really need to step up here as they're going to breach through. Lion Claw is waiting. Madison takes a skyward path, and Dezane gets him down as well. Dezane is very low. And in comes this push. It's a 3-man push. Jin pushes in the sets. Lion Claw is waiting. Tags 1. Tries to tag 2, but he does get 40 down. But Jin and Viz, they do step up to the plate. But Real is there. And he takes it down and brings it home for LCK. They're 2 up. What is going on?